Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with a kit review. I've had this kit for quite a long time, and to be honest, I'd forgotten I had it for a while. So I thought, well, we're going to do a clean out today, and I thought I'll do an inbox review on it. As you can see, it's the Academy Lead Tiger version. Michael Wittmann's tanks among us, all one of them, I think, as well. Quite a famous tank, the 312. You can see it's very nice artwork. Obviously it's an Academy kit, as you can see. Let me put this down into there, it's better. Nice artwork, lovely artwork with it. It's quite an intensive cooking kit. There's lots of variants you can make with it. It's got PE and it's got a Zimmerit tool as well, included with it as well, which should be new, so I shall be having a go at that when I ever get round to doing this. So there's the, if I can read it, there's the 505 number 312, Central Russia in July 1944, and then we have the SS PZ, I can't pronounce half of this, Michael Wittmann Normandy Force, June 1944, Battle of Villa Bocage, and then they have the Central Russia, July 1944, and Neercan in France, August 1944, Wittmann's tank again. So there's quite a few on that, and then on the other side we have the paint index, and a little bit of information about contents and not to have young children eat the parts or whatever they want to do with them. That's there's nothing on the back. So let's open up. Let's have a look what we've got. It doesn't say how many parts there is or anything. I think also the kit number. Yeah, the kit number. My apologies. The kit number is 13314. Does it say how many parts on it? New tooling of the asymmetric turret 88mm cannon mantlet, engine deck and accessory, photo etch, engine grill included, Zimmerit tool included, cartograph, premium quality decals included, so decent quality decals. Sometimes Academy's decals are a bit dodgy, they don't seem to lay down, they won't seem to stick for some reason. Right, so let's open this box and see what we've got in here. Right, we'll just we'll do the instructions first. There seems to be two booklets. The first booklet obviously is the construction. It tells you about there's information about how to do the Zimmerit, and obviously how to cut, photo etch out and bend things if it needs to be bent. And then obviously we have the usual sort of thing to start with the low hull and the running gear first, and the suspension arms, and then follow that up with obviously the wheel assembly, the rear of the hull, the exhaust, and one thing and another. And then we're finishing up more wheels to go. As you know, Tigers have thousands of bloody wheels. So, and then we have just finishing off the rear of the hull again on there. Right, so let's close that bit up, and then number 6, 7, we have start with the top of the hull, the engine compartments and things like that, and the photo etch. I'll put the photo etch on. Obviously the Pioneer tools, the driver's hatch and the machine gunner's hatch, the little bits and pieces, the lifting hooks. You can have that obviously open or closed, the hatches, excuse me. And then we start on the front again. Sorry, the front again. You can have them closed, obviously, and then part of the engine deck again, and the front maybe the machine gun, other bits in the driver's view. Then we have a real size top view. How to put the tow cables on. That's different. Tracks are plastic again, but I have no problems with plastic tracks. That's to melt them again with a hot screwdriver. And then we start with the turret assembly, which is fairly straightforward. Yeah, nothing too overtaxing on that. And again, carrying on with the turret assembly. And obviously the turret assembly is placed onto the top of the hull, side skirt, and it says go on to manual 2. So let's have a look at manual 2. Manual 2 is the paintwork and decals placements of the Tiger Late version. So the first one, we have the Central Russia 312 Central Russia 1944, colour camouflage, reds, greens, you know what it says on there. I'll have to look up the Tamiya or the Vallejo paints, because they're all, I think it's got Humbrol and Mystic Colour, I think, are part of there, on there. So there's lots of variants anyhow. There's another one there which is the Michael Whitman near Cannes in France again, August 1944, slightly different camouflages on them. Really undecided which one I want to do, because there's so many different ones I'd like to do. I can't do them all. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different ones, and apparently we have on the decals we have the decals for the crew as well, which is nice. Shouldn't be unusual to get them in the instructions. And here's the colour call out, and here we have a sprue diagram, and there's a few parts that are not used, Dragon-esque. And then the colour call outs we have for Humbrol, CSI Grios, never heard of them, Life Colour, Testors Model Master, Revell and Vallejo. So this, you know, I'm sure we'll have the colours for those. That's quite nice. Just a pity it wasn't in colour. Would have been better if the actual things were in colour. And there's just on the back side of it you have the early version, mid version, and the King Tiger last for the late production with the destructive camouflage. So yeah, nice, but just a pity it wasn't in colour. So let's have a look at the sprue. What's this one? First thing is just telling you what tips and things and what tools you need and one thing and another. Right, the first sprue, let's have a look. Ooh, opens up again, which is nice. No safety pins, no staples to fly out and hit you. And we have a piece of cable, presumably for the tow cable. I won't be using that, I'll be using something totally different to that. And then the first sprue we have, and it's the upper deck really, part of the upper deck with the engine covers, all nicely moulded, very nice, nice detail. And some of the rear and the covers for the exhausts. And the front sort of mantle for the machine gun, and with some tow ropes already put on as well, so there's different ones again, but nicely moulded. Can't see anything that shouldn't be there on any of the parts. It's quite nice. And on the rear obviously we have all the injector pin marks which are in the rear, but we won't see them, so that's no problem. Right, so that's the first part of this, and this is sprue B. So that's sprue B, and carrying on with the first sprue again, second sprue, and this is sprue Q, which obviously we have the top of the turret, part of the engine of the deck again, top deck, mantlet for the gun, all nicely moulded again. Obviously some of the wheels, part of the turret at the end. All nicely moulded, very nicely moulded actually. Yeah, nice single piece as well, so it's been slide molded, that's nice. Yeah, and obviously they have different things for different, I noticed there's a variant of 2 different guns, the ends of it, the, what do you call it? Nope, it's gone, it'll come back to me. But yeah, there's 2 different ends for the end of the muzzle. That's alright, nice again, nicely detailed, nice, no flash, nothing else that shouldn't be there. So that's the first bag out of the way. Let's open the second bag. Well, it looks like we have the low hull and the tracks. So obviously it's a nice, let's leave the tracks up, a nice bathtub hull. You know, not much detail on the bottom. You'd expect there's a couple of hatches to go on. There again, there's not a great deal of detail on there, but obviously you've got the hundreds and thousands of wheels to go on. Well, obviously this has to be, this is going to be Zimmerit. I'm going to actually do the Zimmerit. So part of this will be Zimmerit, so it won't really matter. It's nice detail inside. It's a pity you're not going to really see it. But there again, nicely moulded, nice and sturdy. There's no warpage, nothing like that. All good, all nice. So I'll put that back in there. Let's have a look at the tracks. Let's see what we've got on the tracks. I don't have a problem with tracks, with these vinyl tracks, or whatever you call them. None at all. And as you can see, there's nothing wrong with them. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. Detail is nice. No injection marks anywhere that I can see on the inside. Obviously not going to be on the outside, but yeah, nothing wrong with them at all. Once they're weathered, coloured and weathered, they'll be fine. I have no doubt. I've never had any problems with them at all. Why spend £30 odd a kit on a kit and then go and spend £30 odd on a track? Yeah, it baffles me sometimes why people do that. And in the end, it's only going to get, you know, muckied up and weathered, so you're not going to see them. Right, so the next bag, let's have a look. Oh, the first bag was just a thing, teased me, didn't it? Because now it's just ripping. Right, and then we have another polycaps, obviously for the wheels, and one thing and another. Nothing really much to say about those. And then we have another top of a turret, so I think it must be, obviously one isn't going to be used, I presume. And same again, I'm not sure there's one in there. There's quite a few different things in here. Another mantlet, another gun, so there's quite a few variants they must be able to do with all this. And another mantlet at the front, storage bin for the turrets, all nicely moulded again, pistol ports, a few small hatches, all nicely moulded. All the injection marks are on the back, so nothing can be seen. It looks like it could be, you know, it must be one of the kits where you can do an interior, because it's got that sort of thing for interior pieces. I'm just wondering if I can make some by scratch building. It'd be nice if I could. I'll have to look into that. Need a bit of time when I'm making it. Yeah, all nice again, nicely moulded, nothing wrong with that. I know there's a few parts it says you're not going to use, so I didn't read how much parts there were, but obviously there must be a few. Right, the next bag we have there's two sprues identical, so we'll only get the one out. And I think in here we have the photo etch. Yeah, we have the photo etch and a little bit of Zimmerit, and so the Zimmerit tool. So there's a little Zimmerit tool, and the engine covers. Nice and very thin. Nice, very nice. See them looking very nice. So I'm interested in doing this Zimmerit, so that'll be a first for me, a little bit of a practice on an old tank that I've got, just to see if I can get it right. Be nice and interesting to see. So there's two sprues the same here, so I'll just look at the first one if I can get it apart. Let's be joined together. Right, we have basically just the wheels and the running gear and the suspension arms, all nicely nice and crisp, moulded nicely, nice detail, nice raised bolt heads. Can't complain at that. All nice again. Really nice. nice. In the back of them still nicely detailed as well. No, nothing wrong with them at all. Can't argue with that. Let's hope the fit's as good. Now I'll pop that one back in the bag with a little bit of PE. We won't put it back in there, well, otherwise we'll be here all night. Pop that down the box. Just checklists. Right, another little sprue. With two again, we have two the same again. Which we have this. I'll put one out this time. Let's get that open up again. So identical sprues again. So we have that's the side skirts, I think, whatever they're called. This just looks like the yeah, for the exhausts. All the running arms again. Sorry, suspension arms. All nice again, nicely moulded, nicely detailed. Nice bit of casting on the. If you can quite see, if you can pick that up on there. Can we pick that up? If you can quite see it or not. A nice cast sort of texture on the exhaust guard. Not that you're going to see, because it's going to be covered with the other one, but it's still nice. That's, yeah, can't argue with that. That's nicely moulded again. Happy with them. And then we have another bag with another turret in. I'll have to look at these instructions after and see what parts are going to be used. Yeah. Right, so there's another turret, and again it's got interior sort of. Obviously this has got a hatch on this other. I don't think the other ones did, if I'm not mistaken. Another lid for the turret as well. All nicely moulded again. Yeah, you can see, it's nice. And we have some there we go. More engine covers. Obviously another mantlet. Part of the exhaust system again, a bit of Pioneer tools and the torque cable eyes. All nice, and there's some really small parts on there. But there's not an ounce of flash on them at all. We can bring them in even more. Where we at, sorry. Nice. Really nice. Yeah. And yeah, there's another muzzle with a different end as well. So there's obviously quite a few different variants in this box, which should be interesting to see. I'll make sure to get the right one for the right camouflage. Right, and then we have the last sprue. I've tightly packed that one, so I can't quite get into it. I thought it was two the same, but it's not. Two separate screws. Which we have. There's a really nicely moulded sprue D, really nice. Really nicely moulded them, aren't they? All for the exhaust system and whatever. Really nice. I've got the jack. More hatches. Wire cutters or bolt cutters or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, for the fifals are they called? Half of that is on there. Fifals, I think that's all some are called like that. But they're all really crisp, really nicely detailed. I like them. I like it's going to build it quite an impressive kit. And I say there's no flash, not an ounce of flash. I've never seen a kit, you know, from Academy as clear a flash as this. which is really nice, and the details on the inside of the hatches as well. I think I'll be tempted to leave them open if I can scratch build something. I'll be tempted to leave the hatches open, which would be quite nice. Well, that's that sprue. And we have a figure, which I didn't realise we were getting a figure as well. So obviously got that more running gear as well, and the sprocket. Small parts, spare track. Yeah, machine gun. Oh, no. Nicely moulded, but that's going to have to be drilled out if I can. Drill the end out. That isn't too bad. You've got a face like a gibbon, but it's not too bad, I suppose. Looks a bit of a strange long face thing, doesn't he? But we'll see what it's like when it's built. Unless I've got some nice. In fact, I've got a nice figure that'll go in here. Actually, I'll take it from another thing I've got. It'll work nicely in this. Some kind of chain on there. I don't know what that is. That part there. That's lovely detailed on the chain. Some kind of chain, I think, or something. As I say, they're all nicely moulded again. No problems with anything. Detail is spot on. Really nice. These will take a lovely wash when they're all, you know, in all the bolt heads and things. They'll look really nice. Right, so, and then we come to the last part in the box, which is the decals. These are cartographs, so they should be top-notch quality. Get out of the bag. Obviously, we've got all the variants that was in that on the we've seen. So it's really quite nice and thin, not too shiny, really closely cut. So there's not much any chance of anything silvering. Nicely done, nicely detailed. Let's just take my fat thumb out the way, and you can see them. So there's quite a different variants on it, and they look nice. They really do look nice. So I'm very happy with this kit. So I've had this for quite a while. I think it's cool. I think I got it in about March. It's one of these kits where you think, should I build it, and then I never get around to building it, keep putting other things in front. So well, that's the end of that kit. Well, the review of that kit. So I'm looking forward to building that. Don't know when, as I've quite a few things to do at the moment. But I would like to start it hopefully before the end of the year if possible. We'll see what happens. So I think that's about it then, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for people who subscribed. If anybody would like to subscribe, please do so. I also have a VidMe account, and I will leave the link in the description, which I've just really opened in the last few days. There's nothing new on there, just videos that's on the YouTube. But I need to get at least 50 followers so I can be verified, so then I'm not restricted to 3 GB per week, which isn't a great deal. Which is, you know, you can put a few videos up, but I'd like to be verified if that's possible. So thank you very much for watching. And this is Greg signing off, and I'll see you soon.